Selling your designs on print-on-demand products, whether you're doing it on marketplaces or on your own shops, takes a lot of time and effort. From the planning stages of what is your niche, what keywords do I want to target, am I targeting keywords, planning how your designs are going to look like, making the designs, preparing the files to upload, and then literally listing them into a platform, filling out the descriptions, the tags, the keywords, thinking about collections. And once you're doing that, then what? Waiting for buyers, marketing on social media. And I feel like a lot of people are doing this without having the most important answer to the most important question first. Are the products that you're designing good? I have done so many print-on-demand product reviews in the last 3.5 years. There is a full playlist of that. I think there are over 70 videos there, but this is the first one that is about SpoonFlower. So if you're interested in the world of pattern design, surface design, and print-on-demand fabrics and home goods, this video is the right one for you. But before I get started with this review and a lot of other things that I want to talk about, I just have to get one thing out of the way first, and that is, hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Meo and I teach creative people how to sell their art online. And right at the beginning of July, I have decided that I am going to start selling on SpoonFlower, or testing the platform of a SpoonFlower for me as a pattern designer. And that was actually following the news that you no longer have to order every single pattern that you upload to the platform in order for it to be available for sale. You do, however, have to create one order, one test order, to verify your home address from your tax records, which I have, and I have it here. 2 different designs on satin fabrics, and I actually really like the quality of it. I think that as much as I like seeing patterns on finished products like this pillow here from Fine Art America, I feel like seeing it on a fabric is just like a world of opportunities for me, because I really, really love hand sewing and I haven't been doing it in a while. But I'm drifting off here because my love for pattern creation or even fabrics and sewing projects isn't the only factor in me making this video. You guys were actually the biggest factor in this, because the minute I came out and I was speaking in the group about SpoonFlower and I mentioned it in one of the news videos, everybody was like, oh my God, we really want to test out SpoonFlower. We really like this platform. We want to see how it goes. And thus started the SpoonFlower series, and me ordering different fabrics, ordering more fabrics, and even the wall hanging that they have in order to test it out in this video. As I mentioned, there is the SpoonFlower series. This is the SpoonFlower series part 2. The first part was all about how to open your shop and how to upload different types of designs. I am planning a lot more parts to this series, parts about creating patterns with different tools, parts about marketing, parts about keyword research. But this is, as I said, the second part of the series. And if you are interested in selling on SpoonFlower and you've never tried it, I really recommend watching the first part of the series, because it covers up the uploading process and a lot of other cool stuff. But going back to today's video, there are 2, or let's call it 3 things that I'm actually testing when I'm testing products, if it's a supplier that I want to work with or a print-on-demand marketplace that I want to work with. The first, I think, is obvious. It's the quality of the actual items. The second is the packaging, or how it feels to get it as a buyer, because I feel like that is a very big part of the experience of the buyer, and if a buyer is going to come back to the platform. And the third, I'm actually testing myself. And I don't mean that I'm testing myself in a way that I want to make sure that I had the good DPI and that the colors came out fine, if I used the good colors or if I made a good technique, because I'm pretty sure after all these years, I'm doing it correctly. But there is a very big difference between being a good designer, a good graphic designer, a good pattern designer, and being a good product designer. Because at the end of the day, we're talking about fabrics and people who are buying them in order to use them in certain projects. So even from the brief look that I have had on these items before making this review, I think I already have some adjustments in my store that I would like to make based on the lessons that I learned from basically looking at these fabrics and patterns. But enough chit chat. I will be chit chatting more later. Let's get on to actually looking at these gorgeous things next to me. I'm so happy finally doing this. And I'm going to start by the order that I ordered them, or the order that they arrived. So the first thing that I ordered was actually the simple satin fabric. I ordered 2 of those, and that was made during the verification process of me becoming a seller. I ordered a yard out of each fabric. I used this pattern. This is not the fabric. This is just a similar pattern that I have. I use this pattern of the ice cream, as well as one of my kiss patterns, acrylic kisses patterns, and let's have a look. Okay, the first thing I want to show you is the packaging. We talked about this. The package comes like this, and this is some kind of a SpoonFlower branded mailer. Even though you can't really see the SpoonFlower branding from all of like the different shipping stickers, but they do add here in the packing slip. I'm gonna try and get it closer to the camera. The description sort of the patterns that you ordered. I'm going to show it in a different one. I think it will be better. And let's have a look at their satin fabric. This is just the normal satin, right? There's no like, yeah, it just says satin, not any specified satin. Oh my God. They are so pretty. And this is a yard. You know, the thing for me is I don't know what a yard is. I'm not American. So I work with like centimeters and meters, but oh wow, this is gorgeous. I'm seriously hoping that the camera is catching this and that the fabric is not reflecting too much light from my from my light boxes. This is absolute perfection. I want you guys to see the details. I'm going to get closer to the camera. This work is brilliant. I love it. And the fabric is satin. I don't remember if they have cotton satin because I think I really like cotton satin, like the blend of cotton and satin for bed sheets. But satin is something that I actually really like when it comes to pillow covers in the winter. So I'm really thinking that I'm going to be using this to create my own pillow covers for my own bed, which by the way, my current bed also has print on demand all over it, but that is a totally different story from a different supplier. Moving on to the other satin, and it's the ice cream pattern. The printing came out insane. I mean, the colors are so vivid and so spot on. I feel like I'm looking at my iPad. Like, I'm going to try and do like a 1-by-1. I'm going to try and like put on the screen how this looks on my iPad. It's just amazing. And these are the two satin fabrics that I made in the test order so I can verify my account and start selling. But then it escalated quickly to more stuff. So just to cover up the cost, because I know people will be interested, the two satin fabric yards were $22 each, and that means $44, which landed me a discount of $4.4 because the sellers on SpoonFlower get 10% commission, which you do not pay as a buyer from your own things. Add to that $12 shipping and $10.32 in international tax fees because I am in Bulgaria and they are not, and we totaled at $61.92 for two fabrics. And I feel like, again, ordering in quantities would probably be better because the next order I'm about to show you was for a chiffon fat quarter, not a yard, which is a quarter of a yard. I don't know why they call it fat. Are there any sewing people here to tell me why they call it a fat quarter? Is it like a little bit more than a quarter? Again, yards and quarters is not something you work with when you live in Europe. So the fat quarter chiffon was $13. I had the cotton poplin yard for $22, Petal Signature cotton yard for $20, and the Minky fabric yard for $29, and also the wall hanging 16 by 24 inches from linen cotton canvas for $39. I actually really wanted the wall hanging, but I also think that this is a good opportunity for me to check the linen cotton canvas, because if I want to make tote bags, I'm probably going to order that type of fabric and not obviously the flowing fabrics that don't have any strength to them. Overall, the subtotal was $123 for all of these items. There was a 10% discount because I'm buying from myself, which was 12.3, another 20% off fabrics, and another 15% off fabrics. I think there was like a sale going on. Shipping was $20, international fees were $23.38, and at the end, I totaled at $140 for 3 yards of fabrics, a fat quarter, and the wall hanging. And let's have a look at how they came. They actually came in 3 different packages. I made this one order and got 3 different packages. So the first package that I got, and this is just adorable. I'm gonna try to remove my address from here. But this is how the packing slip looks like. I'm gonna try and see if the camera can zoom in on that. So they detail here like chiffon, imperial fat quarter, design, retro style, blue eye blue. Really? Blue eye blue? Did I do that? And they have the design ID and also the name of the designer, which is really, really cool. I'm going to try again and zoom in on this. There is the name of the designer here. So if someone ordered from you from SpoonFlower, they get the name of the designer on the packing slip. So this order, the first order that came was for the fat quarter of chiffon, for the cotton poplin of 1 yard, and the 1 yard of petal signature cotton. The Minky came in a different order. And let's start with our fat quarter of chiffon. And for those of you who are thinking, wow, is that the Turkish Nazar eye in retro? Yes, it is. And the Turkish eye or the Nazar eye or the evil eye or the Mati eye, the Greek one, will be a very big theme in this video. And it is a very big theme in my life as a creator. And this is the size of a fat quarter. I'm going to do it so everybody can see in the camera. This is the size of a fat quarter. Now, a lot of people might consider, like, why would someone order a fat quarter? Are they ordering it because they want to test out the fabric before they order yards from that fabric, or are they ordering it for a smaller project? And for example, if I have to look at this and I would think to myself, okay, if I ordered this in a more canvasy, let's call it fabric, a fat quarter will be just as much as I need to basically do something like this and use it for a tote bag. A fat quarter would be amazing for a small tote bag. And I do have to say that I love the quality of printing. I kind of wish that I would have ordered a yard from the chiffon just so that, you know, I can literally just cut it out or sew it just a little bit and get myself the best scarf. Moving on to another eye, and this one is the cotton poplin. I don't even know what this means. I'm just gonna... Okay, so it's kind of like not a canvasy type of cotton, but not, I think, cotton that I would like to wear. And I do have to talk about something that I feel like I'm talking about in a lot of product reviews, and that is the print-on-demand smell. The smell that items come with. This, the cotton poplin, was the only one out of all of the fabrics that came smelling like a print-on-demand item that makes me wanna, yeah, the smell is very strong. It kind of caught on the other two because it was in the same poly mailer. But yeah, and this one I ordered a yard from. Let me show it to the camera. And I think it came out nice. I mean, I think the colors came out spot on and it's pretty. As for who might use cotton poplin, I'm really not sure. I feel like maybe this is a good fabric for tablecloths, for wall curtains perhaps, even though it's a very wrinkly fabric. And probably what I would be doing with this is using this for the quilt. However, and this is the part that I do want to talk about when it comes to the product design aspect of surface pattern design and fabrics. This is something that, again, someone can use to create a curtain and it would look good. But if I want to take something out of it and make like a small pouch, like a small zipper pouch bag, pretty much no, because the elements would be too big to create a small project. Moving on to the petal signature cotton 1 yard. Yes, I told you, there is a motif here. By the way, if you want to check out my designs on SpoonFlower, I will leave a link down below to my store. Let's have a look at this yard. Oh, this cotton. First of all, this cotton smells a lot less, and it was also inside with that cotton, but this one smelled a lot less. I feel like just the cotton fabrics are the ones who smell from print-on-demand printing. I feel like it's much thicker than the poplin, but the poplin is somehow much more strict. This is definitely a fabric that I can see myself putting on my skin, which is not to say about the other one, which was it? The cotton poplin. Cotton poplin is not touching me. But I think that this is also a better fabric when it comes to creating things for home decor. And the colors are just so pretty. But again, I'm running into the same problem. If someone wants to use this for home decor items, then that's not going to be a problem. The size of the pattern, the size of the tiles in the pattern is big and it's nice. However, if someone wants to create something smaller than this, it will be a bit of a pickle because I would have had to make the tiles much smaller. I like it nonetheless. Now these three came in one poly mailer, and it's actually kind of pretty. I like their poly mailers. I like their branded logo, which takes me to the almost last product here, but the last fabric here, which came in a second order, in a second poly mailer, like this, and that is the Minky. And that's the one I like the most. I wish that I could like have your cheek to go like this. This is just so soft. It also feels like the back of it is kind of cool to the touch, like kind of not cool like epic, but like cold. And this is just brilliant. I want to order 3 yards from, I want to order a blanket from the Minky fabric. This is just super plushy, but at the other side of it, it's rather raw. Like it's rather strong. I think that this would make for a really good scarf if you do like a wraparound scarf. And I also think that this would be perfect for throw pillows. I think that a lot of people would prefer canvas, cotton, or different types of cottons for pillows, but Minky. Yeah, Minky. I would make all the pillows in the world from this. No, there is a, I already managed to make it dirty. How is that even possible? By the way, all of these were made with Procreate. If I forgot to mention, every single one of the patterns that I showed you was made using Procreate. And let's look again. This is absolutely stunning. I think that I'm literally just gonna crop the edges here and maybe stitch them up a little bit to close them up. And I'm just gonna put this on the sofa. This would be like a throw blanket of some sort. Or perhaps, you know what would be a better idea? If I get the same exact pattern, like in a different color, and then sew them together to create like a throw blanket. Yeah, that's probably what I'm going to do with that. And I do have to tell you, again, if someone wants to make a design that is really small from this, or like the end product is small, then this is far too big as the design element. I feel like generally speaking, I was designing these items more to fit large fabric surfaces. And I think that this is coming from years of selling like bed sheets and curtains, which is why I made it so big. And I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. And honestly, I would love to hear your opinion if you think that I should have made the design pattern, like the elements or the tiling, a bit smaller per element to have more elements per yard. I would love to hear any opinion on this. I am not a professional sewer or fabric designer. I do love surface pattern designing, but this is me, you know, dipping my toe in the water when it comes to fabrics. We do have one more item that is a fabric, but not technically a fabric, and that is the wall hanging. So this is the box. This is how the wall hanging comes in. And you, of course, also have this. Now, I do want to show something here. So I'm going to put in the mock-up of the wall hanging up on the screen. And then I'm going to show you how it came here. I don't know if you can see this, but this is not how it was supposed to look like on the mock-up. And it gets me very nervous. It got me like super nervous that this is going to come off wrong. So this is made from the canvas cotton, linen cotton canvas, and I'm really scared that it came off wrong. And it has hanging dowels. Let's have a look. Oh wow, these are strict. I can usually like punch things with my finger. Should I have had a knife for this product review? We actually have quick installing guide. I like that. It says iron, attach, and hang. Really? Iron, attach, and hang? I thought I'm gonna hang it before I'm gonna attach it. Come on. Yes, I did it without a knife. That's my girl, myself. So basically, you get these wooden panels, and these are magnetic. Ta-da! There's also this part here, like a double-sided tape on all of them, and I feel like it's, if you want to make it permanent, like if you hang it on the wall, like this is the wall, so you can glue this to the wall so it's not going to hang or move. It is rather heavy. I didn't expect it to be so heavy. Let's put on the screen the way it was supposed to look. And the way that they showed it that it's going to look is like this. The design is kind of offset and it's I'm so worried. Oh, this is pretty. They wrapped it with like a piece of cardboard and then put like a SpoonFlower sticker. Can I reuse this? Oh, I'm so going to take off the sticker and like use it on something else. I can't even look. Oh, I'm so scared that I got it wrong because it's the first time designing. Because the wall hanging that I designed, I actually didn't upload a seamless pattern. I actually uploaded the size that they want for the wall hangings, like a not a 1:1 ratio, and it came out fine. Oh. Oh, it came out fine. I'm gonna attach it before ironing it, just to show you the process, I guess. Let me see if I manage to do it by myself. Is that the back? Okay, this is the back. Okay, the back, the small piece of wood is a bit smaller than the actual canvas. And I'm gonna put it here. Does it like take like a 2-people job to do this? And snap, snap. Okay, snap on one side. Let's snap it to the top. Oh, it says SpoonFlower. Why is it so difficult? Worst ASMR video ever. Please don't fall apart. Okay, I got it. Yeah, definitely need to iron this puppy up. I don't own an iron. The colors are so good. And I feel like it's also like a very significant size of a wall hanging. So it is very impressive because when I was looking at the wall hangings at the beginning, it's $39. And then it says, you know, this is going to be 16 by 24 inches, which means nothing to me in centimeters. But I feel like I have to like see it in myself for myself. And it's falling apart here. Like the bottom is disassembling itself. I really think that this is supposed to be a 2-man job. I feel like there is definitely a need for these, for the wall hangings, for the stickers, because I have other dowels that are magnetic in the apartment, but they're not so heavy. This is extremely heavy. These wood panels are huge and extremely, extremely heavy. So I feel like it's kind of hard for the magnet to carry it out without falling apart, but it is gorgeous and it's holding for now. Am I gonna hang you? Where am I gonna hang you? He's going to my bedroom, probably. At this point, I would like to say that if you liked seeing these products in real life and how the printing came out, obviously you can't feel them or smell them. I tried to give my ideas on them. So if you like this video or found any of the content useful, please hit the like button down below. Every time you do that, you hit the like button or you comment or you engage with my videos in any way. It really does help my channel and helps to get the video out to more people. And subscribe to the channel if you're watching this and you're not subscribed, whether it's to watch other product reviews that I do here for different suppliers, whether it's to watch the rest of the SpoonFlower series, or check out other print-on-demand suppliers, marketplaces, design techniques, and marketing blogging options, or even the industry news segment that we have now once a month, which is pretty epic. I do have to say something here, and I feel like this is talking maybe to my mindset as a consumer, but almost everything in my apartment, almost every, like I'm wearing this is print on demand. The backgrounds, a lot of the things here are print on demand, and when I get a throw pillow, for example, this one, I can say, oh, it's pretty, but I'm not thinking in my head, I'm going to order every pattern I have on this pillow. Same goes for this. I really like the fact that I can have like embroidery sweatshirts and I really love them, but I'm not constantly thinking, I want to make more embroidery sweatshirts, or I want to get more of this pillow, the liquid art pillow, or another tapestry. Yes, I order products several times, and if I like a mug, maybe I'll order another mug or two. But when I got the fabrics, my instinct was, let's get more. And I don't know if it works for other people who are interested in fabrics, but as someone who's been doing this for a long time, I have to tell you, this is refreshing. I actually want to order so much more of this. I actually have to fight in my head how much money I'm going to spend this month on more fabrics. But now that I know what size I'm putting on and how the yard looks like in real life, now that I can look at the screen and see a yard, and then look at this and see what a yard is. Obviously, you can compare the measurements into centimeters, but without seeing the size of a paper, when you work on it digitally, you can't really envision it. So now I feel like I have a better visualization, and I literally want to take a day or two and think to myself, I want to make a tote bag. What is the fabric going to be like? How much fabric am I going to need? And what the pattern is going to be like? And if I'm looking at this, because they also have, again, this fabric is also available just as a fabric, not as a dowel. And this was the cotton canvas linen. What was it? Linen cotton canvas. Yeah, I don't think I would want this for a tote bag. It's not as strict as I thought it would be. I think I'm looking for a way tougher material to create a tote bag from. And honestly, I'm thinking to just order swatches of every single fabric type they have in order for me to plan more sewing projects, because I am planning on having a snowy winter locked in my apartment, making videos, making designs, and sewing, hand sewing a bunch of stuff. And the Minky fabric will be ordered a lot. I think that one will probably be turning into my like a very long and cool winter scarf, and I'm seriously thinking about making like a cool jacket from it. Or honestly, I don't know. I'm just feeling super jazzed up and super creative to create a lot of things with these fabrics. But with that being said, that was it for me for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something new or were at least entertained in the last half an hour or so. I'm going to leave a link up here for the full SpoonFlower series and a link down here if you want to subscribe for my channel. Again, any comment that you have about the fabrics, about selling on SpoonFlower, questions, remarks, things that you want to say about the patterns that I have, feel free to comment it in the description down below, as well as comment on my ever-changing set. I feel like I'm going to have several sets in this apartment just to, keep you guys on your toes. So thanks again for watching, and honestly, thank you so much for being this awesome community who are excited about pattern creation and fabric creation as much as I am. And as usual, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!